Hello everybody, a keepable hand, kindly stranger, scrutiny, and hopefully all the lands we ever draw. Opponent's mulliganing, unfortunately. That was a rather exciting match, or game. The match is not over just yet. Opponent keeps, and he put a card on the bottom. We draw a crow. Okay. Good for delirium, I like that. Haven't actually transformed the kindly stranger yet. Makes me sad. Alright, rancid rats. Now is the time to draw the tooth collector. I know there's a reason we kept it. Twins. Okay, that's fine. Rancid rats I'm not that afraid of. They don't really put on much pressure, and I'm not really attacking on the ground that much, so mostly blocking. I do have to eventually find something that can block them though. He puts like the 3/3 plus 2, the 2 mana enchantment with madness +2/+2 or something on it. Could be bothersome. Alright, not the stranger. I think we're gonna play crow. Try and see what we find in the grave. From under the floorboards. Oh no. It's the exact card I wanted to draw in the next 2 turns. Alright. Voldaren Duelist hit me for 4, perhaps. We want Manic Scribe, we want the Call of the Bloodline, maybe. Deadweight, okay. Put a Sleep Paralysis in a land, so we're already at Delirium. Okay, it's the fastest Delirium I've ever seen for this deck. Kindly Stranger, maybe I don't play it just yet, in case it dies. Maybe I play it on turn 6, where I can activate it as well. And then this turn I can hope he plays something, I can Jace's Scrutiny it. Nah, I'm just gonna play it. I think that's too cute. I'd rather cast this, next turn, twins, next turn, activate. Or next turn, activate, hold up Jace's Scrutiny. Please. Yes. Okay. Ooh, if he doesn't have a land. Oh my god, he doesn't have a land. I'm gonna kill this thing, actually. And he didn't attack with the Rancid Rats, too? I guess he wants to block. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be insane. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, that is so lucky. We can actually transform and kill that thing. Right? Not misreading this. Destroy target creature. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Kill your tormentor. I feel like I'm getting baited now. He's got to have something like a Macabre Waltz that brings this back. And then I attack him. My Witch. He will block. And we're going to go with the Jace's Scrutiny. Oof. Got the Tormentor off the board. Like that, the card is so strong that you have to wait until you find a land so you can protect it. It's impossible to deal with otherwise. Just transforming it into a hexproof indestructible creature. It's a 4/4 that it's hard to block. Such a good card. Right, things are going well for us. We just got his Death Toucher off the board. We were left with a 4/3. We can play a Drownyard Explorer and a Clue next turn. Unfortunately, we did lose our From Under the Floorboards. It's kind of our ace in the hole here. So good against him. Not out of the woods yet. Another land. Don't like that, though. I think I go with the Clue first, and then I play Drownyard Explorers afterwards. Yeah. And then next turn, we can't quite play Geist and Twins, but we'll see. I would trade with that thing. I don't want it to get out of control. Ooh, does he have a first? No? Okay, he's going to take it. He's got probably like the +2/+1 in Trample to run over our guy and get this thing putting counters on it. I'm not sure. So, just going to play Drownyard Explorers. Hope he doesn't have a Voldaren Duelist or something. And the next turn we play like Twins and sack Clue. Looking for like a Sleep Paralysis or another bounce spell. Yep, there's the Duelist. It's bad. It's going to hit us for 7. Fortunately, our opponent can only play like 1 spell a turn. Ouch. Something to deal with this vampire would be nice. Call the Bloodline. Okay, blockers. It's good. We got lands to pitch to it. Question is, do we actually play one here? I think so. I want to play Twins and Clue, probably. I definitely think I attack with the Witch. Leave back the Drownyard and then another blocker. Let's use the Clue first. Alternatively, I could, let's see, 3, 5, 6 mana. I can play the Geist and use Call the Bloodline. actually play it and use it. I think I want a clue first, however, in case I find a madness card to go along with Call the Bloodline. Like that one. I like that. Okay. So what I can do is play Call the Bloodline, get a 1/1 guy, and cast Just the Wind. Alternatively, I can just next turn I can play I can use Call the Bloodline's ability and bring out the twins. 1 mana short of doing either of those two, Geist or twins. I think I attack him. I want to keep the pressure on. And then I'm gonna like bounce this guy, so it's back down to a 4/1 that I can block with a lifelinker. I like that. I think I'll play Call the Bloodline. And I'll play a land also. I want to be able to cast lots of things at once, especially if I find more madness cards. And I still have 1 swamp I can pitch to the Call the Bloodline later. I could... never mind. Yeah, there's no reason not to use Just the Wind now. Saying I could use the swamp now and then save it for later, but that's not going to happen. Wait, I can... Oh, only use this once each turn. Maybe I should have used it just now to make a swamp. Oh, I probably should have done that. I should have discarded the swamp to make a 1/1, and then do it again this turn. Make another 1/1, and cast Just the Wind. Then I've got like 3 blockers. And a bounce spell. Hopefully, okay, twins, uses hard casting, that's fine. If anything, I bounce the Blood Mad Vampire. Okay, I think I'm just going to discard a land now, actually. Hold on to the Just the Wind in case he has the +2/+2 spell. Discard a land. Silent Observer, okay. So I could play Silent Observer and use Bloodline twice. No, I'm only going to use it once. Once for Just the Wind. Can no longer attack him with Demon Possessed Witch unless I bounce this back to his hand. Even then I don't think I want to. Just trade with the Duelist. I think I want to make my own twins. Or use Call the Bloodline to Just the Wind out. Can I do both? Let's see. If I use Call the Bloodline right now, I can pay 2 mana to Just the Wind something. And then I'll still have enough mana to pay and use twins. So actually I'm going to do that. But the question is, who do we bounce? He hard cast this last turn, so presumably he has no more madness abilities. That would let us attack with the Witch, which will probably trade with the Duelist. We're going to make our own twins in a second. I think it's necessary. I think I want to hold on to Just the Wind, so I'm actually going to madness out the twins right now and just kind of wait for a minute. He might know something's up because I didn't use this earlier. Maybe he suspects I just have more lands to get rid of. Who knows? You just get more and more Vampire Knights. Make it very hard for him to attack us. I kind of want him to attack. Put +2/+2 on something. Let me bounce it. Wipe the rest of his creatures out. Okay, Mentor on, put a counter on the twins maybe. I'm digging that. This is a very vampire heavy deck. So glad we got that Tormentor out again. Ooh, I need to get my Geist out and start hitting him with Skulk. I think I hold on to Just the Wind still. Definitely don't want to play Geist here. I could also play the Observer or the Witch, but then I can't use Call the Bloodline. So I think I just play the Geist and try and ride that to victory. Just gum up the board, protect my guys with Just the Wind. Yeah, I think I can dig that. Hold up Just the Wind for Mind Control or Pump Spell on his guys. Or just as an emergency, out. Alright, I no longer really want to bounce the twins because you can just get them back with the Neonate. He can block with that also. That's okay if he does. Alright, attack with the Geist. I'm gonna play Observer and hold up Just the Wind. He has to block this now to keep it from transforming. Looks like he does. He just discards his land that he's holding and draws a random card. Keep me from transforming into an unblockable 3/3. Okay with that. Oh, he didn't even use it. That's not correct, I don't think. What's he got in his hand, I wonder? I could make another vampire. I suppose I might as well. Just get rid of this land. Because why not? Concoction. Oh man, he's going to do it to my Geist, so I have to bounce it back to hand. That's the only way I'm really breaking this board stall, I think. So he'll have no cards in hand. I'm okay with that. I'm losing my Just the Wind. That's okay. Assuming he's going to attack me next turn with it. Or direct it at my Geist next turn when I attack him. Colossus. We got one zombie in the graveyard, and that's it. That's fine. Attack with Geist and Observer. He concocts something on my Geist. I can bounce it back to hand for 2 and replay it, but then I can't play the Colossus. That's fine though. It's not really doing anything for me at this stage. He's gonna let it happen. Let's it happen. Okay. Transforms. In that case, I just play the Colossus, I guess. If I draw any zombies, I get to play them out. And generate more zombies. Can never have too many zombies. In my experience, at least. Man, from under the floorboards would be so good with Call the Bloodline now. Stupid crow had to send it to the graveyard. Okay, we got him on like a 3-turn clock. It's gonna be longer than that because he's gonna use his concoction on my Trespasser eventually. So I don't know how we lose here. We gotta prevent that from happening, of course. Trying to think of any cards that could be used to win from our opponent's side. Again, that Tormentor though. I guess I could always just block it with the Observer repeatedly. This is a big one. Markov Dread Knight. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I'm gonna have to bounce that for sure. He tapped all of his black, so he can't use Concoction. That's good. Unfortunately, I can no longer attack with the Observer until he attacks, and then I just bounce it back to hand. And then if he ever uses his Concoction, he can't cast it in the same turn as well. Giant Temple. Okay, I'll get rid of that to the thing, I suppose. To the, Call the Bloodline. Eventually, I can just attack him with everything, and it doesn't matter how many things he has to block, he won't have enough. My army of zombies and vampires grows, with a couple of humans looking on. This is no longer really that human, I would say, but it's a human shaman. Dread Knight is good. Oops. One of my favorite rares to open. Kind of puts you right away into like a cool mid-rangey or control black deck, or I guess red black vampires. It certainly works, but I just love having instant speed discard outlets. In match 1 and 2, our Reckless Scholar was MVP. From Under the Floorboards is probably one of my new favorite rares in the set. It's the first time I got into play with it. The one in the center there, that first zombie, of course, this is illustrated by Stephen Belladin, excuse me. No disrespect to the fantastic artist. But he drew Gravecrawler from the original Dark Ascension, and that's a really impressive card, and that's a reference to it there, the middle zombie. Don't think I used Just the Wind. He's going to use his Concoction on me. I will tap down the Markov Dread Knight and attack with everything. He's got 2 cards in hand. He's going to discard 1 to the Concoction. Can I just attack with everything? I think I paralysis the Dread Knight. I let him kill my Trespasser, perhaps. He's got 4 blockers. and a kill your trespasser concoction. So 4 blockers. He could block Colossus, Twins, Explorers, Witch. He would get hit by Silent Observer and 4 vampires. If he blocks correctly, he would eat my Twins and my Witch. He would kill my Witch, probably trade it with the Duelist. He would trade with my Twins with his Blood Mad. He would just eat my Drownyard Explorers with his Twins, and they'd stay alive. And he would trade his Mentor for my Colossus. I think I'm okay with that. And then I still have my Wicker Witch, or all my horde of Vampire Knights. I'm going to attack him with everything. I don't think he can kill me on the swing back. I'll kill off too many of his creatures. And I have an emergency bounce spell with another blocker that lifelinks. I'm going to gain some life. So if I'm correct, I'll end up the board with 1 Silent Observer and 4 Vampire Knights to his Twins and his tap down Dread Knight. And that's it. His concoction will finish off my unblockable guy. And then I'll also have called the Bloodline, ready with just the Wind to make more Vampire Knights. I'll have a Wicker Witch. I think we're okay here. Doesn't matter how he blocks. In the end, he should be able to trade his Duelist, Blood Mad, and Mentor for all my guys. My Witch, my Explorers, and my Twins. That's odd. Twins block the Drownyard, and Blood Mad blocks my Twins. Why wouldn't you do that? Okay. It doesn't change much. I guess this way I get to keep my Twins too. I'm fine with that. If he has like a grotesque mutation to kill my Twins and gain life, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. I could bounce the Twins then. That's what it is. Oh, he wants to save his guy. Okay. Understandable. I'm not going to let him gain life, though, so I'm going to bounce that. Oops. We want to do it the right way. Okay, that makes more sense. Opponent, I guess, made correct blocks. He would save his Blood Mad, still kill my guy, and gain a pile of life. Okay, we're going to bounce that for that. And that's all I can do this turn. Use all my abilities. He uses his concoction on my 3/3, I suppose. Oh, man, he's gonna, he can now discard that vampire, just bounce. I think I still had to do that. That was correct to do. But now he can actually madness out those vampires again. I guess that's one way that I could lose the game somehow. Madnesses that thing out and then deals a ton of damage to me. So, it had to be done, though. I couldn't afford to let him gain 8 life and save his guy. I could have pounced my own Drownyard Explorers. That was probably the correct play. That way, no damage is dealt, and he doesn't gain any life. Should have thought about that a little bit more closely. I don't think it matters, though. No disrespect to our opponent. It's just, this seems like an overwhelming board state. But yeah, I think I should have bounced my own Drownyard Explorers. That way I get to draw a card off of them again by investigating. Even so, he killed our Geist. So we're actually left with Twins and Drownyard Explorers here.